Hello my lovely crafters, this is Crafty Sue 519. Welcome to my channel. And this is Tea Tuesday. And since you enjoyed Grumpy being with me a couple of weeks ago so much, I thought I'd bring him back today. And we have a funny story to tell you about when we got married. So, you don't think anything goes smoothly in our lives, do you? I want to start by thanking everybody for all your well wishes this past week while we've been ill. We're doing much better. We may still sound a little bit nasally, but we're doing a lot better. Right, Grump?
Absolutely.
And so we're going to attempt a regular Tuesday story today. So Grump, tell them what tea you picked and show them your cup.
I picked lemon loaf, which is meatloaf's cousin. Anyhow, and here's my mug today. Does it get any better than that? Does it? Does it really? I think not.
Alrighty, and I'm picking this Puka lemon ginger and manuka honey tea.
Sounds dirty.
Sounds dirty. I think it'll be good for our little colds here, which are just about gone though. I'm not complaining, not complaining. Would you like some tea, dear?
No, I want water. That's enough, that's enough.
And here we go. Let our tea steep for a while.
What is manuka?
I don't know. Anyhow, we got married on April 26th, 1999. And why don't you tell them what we decided to do for our wedding and why?
Okay, I will do that. So this was going to be the second marriage for both of us. And we were living in California, and I was still working for United Airlines. United Airlines maintenance base is in San Francisco. And we had family there, me. I had the rest of my family in New York, and Sue's family was in Rhode Island. So we're trying to decide where to get married, and we came to the conclusion that no matter where we picked out of those three places, the other two were going to get mad. So we decided to not even deal with that, and we ran away. We eloped. And where else better to elope than to Las Vegas? So we ran away to Las Vegas and made all the arrangements at the Monte Carlo Hotel Chapel.
So we could tell everybody we got married in Monte Carlo.
So the day comes. So first, let me back up a little bit and talk a little bit more about standby flying like we did last time. There are over 10,000 employees in San Francisco at the maintenance base. And that's why you'll always see some, if you're trying to fly out of San Francisco, it can be a challenge. And we spoke about that earlier. We're flying to Las Vegas it was a Saturday, I believe. And the first one to Las Vegas,
6 a.m.
yes, it was very early, 6 o'clock. So we decided, usually the first one out is good and lots of room. So up early we go. We're getting married in Sunday, was it?
It's the next day.
The next day. We show up, go to the gate, and there's others. There's always others.
Stand by others.
Yes, stand by others. And nobody gets on. Maybe one or two. And now, and when that happens and there's employees left over, they make an announcement at the podium where the next one is, where the next flight, and they transfer the list to that flight, and then you get up and head that way. What they don't tell you is, for each successive flight after that, there's more people who have listed for that flight. So the crowd keeps getting bigger and bigger. So we go down there and everybody else goes down there, and it's not anything unusual. And we watch the next one go, and the next one, and the next one. And we're talking about flights that are an hour and a half apart. Pretty soon it gets to be a joke when we're around noon and nobody's gotten out, and we're marching around the airport like a big parade, this big group, trying to get Las Vegas. To shorten it up, it's dark outside, and
We've been there all
Day.
day, walking from gate to gate on opposite ends of the terminal. We were exhausted. We did a lot of walking that day. But we had the greatest group of people who were on standby with us from 6 o'clock in the morning. And it became this big joke with us about standby. So it was kind of fun that we made these friends along the way, too.
so we watch. It's the next to last one. We don't know that yet, but of course, well, some do. And it goes. Nobody gets on, and the podium person makes the usual announcement that they're transferring the list to the next one, what gate it's at, and in this case they said it's the last one. But they said not to worry, because everybody's going to get on. They look at the loads and all the employees are going to get on. There's very few paying passengers on this flight. So we all go, yay, and we let up a hearty cheer, and we all make another parade down to the next gate. Well, usually it's the same gate agents following their flights. The same flight. So that's the same people. So they know what's going on. Here comes the plane. Everybody's on. And it's a big party plane now at this point. And even the stewardess is going, they're on the plane. They know who's employees or not. They get the list. And they know pretty much 99% of the people on this flight are employees. And they're saying, those two are getting married. Those two are getting married. But they've been here all day.
So the champagne is
flowing.
flying.
Oh, yes.
Flying on the plane. Everybody is toasting us because we're going to get married. I think by the time we got to Vegas, we were half smashed.
Oh, yeah.
We really were. I mean, it was a party plane. It was so much fun.
I don't think we got up front, but it didn't matter because it was just...
We were sitting up front
in coach.
In coach.
Yes.
Yeah. But it was
fun. It was a lot of fun. Remember when I said the last time that when it's good, it could be real good? This was, even though it was tough, it was real good because it was a lot of fun. Because it was all employees. And that makes for a good time. Okay, so we finally get there, take a cab to the hotel, and you can take it from here.
It's now after 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
It's been a long day. We're exhausted. And then it dawns on us that we don't have a marriage license. We thought we would be there early in the morning and would have plenty of time to go downtown and get our marriage license. So now we're in a panic. We're getting married tomorrow. Everything is all set. And we don't have a marriage license. So we got a cab, and they took us down to the city hall, I guess it was.
The bureau, the marriage bureau.
And the cab driver says, oh, don't worry about it. He says, they're open 24 hours. People come in at all hours to get married here in Vegas. So that was a little bit of a relief that we didn't miss the time. So in we go to get our marriage license, and the line of people.
You'd think it would be empty, right? No.
Oh my gosh. Here we go again. Wait. Well, everybody's in line to get married. So everybody's in a good mood. And you're talking with everybody. We had such a good time waiting in line to get our marriage license. And there was a young couple in front of us. They were young. They were what, 30-ish?
Young and Asian.
And they were Asian, yeah, the young Asian couple. And we were talking with them quite a bit. And they were there to get married for the 4th time. They were so funny. They said, we want to try all of the different kinds of ways you can get married here in Vegas. So they just come back on their anniversary every year to try a different way of getting married. This time, they wanted to do the drive-through wedding, because there was a place where you could go and just drive through. You didn't even have to get out of your car. You just got married to somebody that officiated from a window. So that's what they were doing that day. Good for them.
And then you get a hot dog as you go by.
Yeah. And so eventually we got to the front of the line and got our marriage license, and everything was all set. And we went back to the hotel and crashed. We didn't even go do anything that night. We were so tired. We probably had something to eat.
Probably.
Because
I don't remember what it was.
Couldn't tell you. We were really tired. It was a long day. So, wedding day comes. And I have to go to the salon to have my hair done. My hair was very long at the time. And I didn't want to wear it down. I wanted to have it put up and, you know, all those nice girly things that you can do with your hair. And they did my makeup and my hair, and I had no clue where Grumpy was. We weren't talking to each other at this time. Not that we were angry or anything, just that we were keeping our distance so we could see each other at the ceremony.
So she goes off to get her hair done. I shower up, change into my suit, which I looked very dapper, by the way.
If you say so himself.
And now I have to get out of the room because when she's done with her hair, she's got to come back and get dressed. I leave the room. Where am I going to go? Where else? The blackjack table. So I sit down, and there I am playing blackjack at one of the tables in a very nice suit. And this woman's sitting next to me. And she's giving me the side eye. Keep going. And finally she says to me, she goes, and why are you so dressed up? I said, well, I'm getting married. She goes, you're getting married? When? I said, and I looked at my watch, and I said, in about 5 minutes. And then I realized I had to go. And I said, and actually, I have to go. So I get up and go up to the chapel, and here we go.
So after my hair was finished, of course, I went back to the room and got dressed. And I didn't wear a big long wedding gown or anything like that, but I did have a white dress with a long white coat that went over it. It was nice. And I went to the chapel. I was greeted by a lady there, and she says, oh, you have to come back here to this room. So Grumpy wouldn't see me, and I sat in this room. They brought me
Vegas, for God's sakes.
I know. They brought me this big, beautiful bouquet to carry. I was so surprised. I didn't expect that.
And we got the cheap package.
We did. It was only us. We weren't going to spend a ton of money on the ceremony. We didn't need to. And So I'm sitting in this room all by myself with this big bouquet of flowers, and eventually she comes and gets me, and she says, okay, she goes, this is what you're going to do. You're going to walk down the aisle, and your fiance is going to be at the end with the minister, and, you know, you'll do your vows, and that's it. It's a quick 5-minute wedding, you know. So I started walking down the aisle and see Grumpy at the end and say, oh my gosh, do I really want to do this?
This is news to me. It's the first time I heard that.
And
prior to this, it was like, yeah, hurry up, let's get married.
But I'm sure I had a tear in my eye. And
Oh yeah, no, I'm marrying him.
oh God. Now I can't talk because he got me laughing. Oh gosh. So I finally reached the end of the aisle, and I have to say, it was a little sad that there was nobody there. It was just Grumpy, me, and the minister, and somebody that he knew as the witness.
Oh, that's right.
We had to have a witness. So he grabbed somebody. I don't know who he grabbed,
I
it
think
was.
he grabbed the janitor.
I don't know. It was kind of comical. So we did our vows to each other.
And the ceremony was really nice.
It was very nice.
Yes.
It was very, very nice. And I think the minister kind of felt bad for us that we didn't have anybody there to witness our wedding.
We didn't feel bad for us.
No, this is what we chose to do, so
That's
we were
right.
fine. We were fine with it.
We're in Vegas, baby.
So he said, wait right here a minute. And I said, what the heck is he doing? That lady who gave me the flowers walks up to us and gives us a nice bottle of champagne,
Oh yeah,
which we still have 22 years later. We've never
Imagine
opened
how
it.
good that must be now.
Yeah, I'm sure it's rancid, but we never could open it. We saved it as a memento of that day. And a few minutes later, the minister comes back and he says, all right, come with me. And they had these double doors that open up into the chapel. And he says, okay, wait right here. And he flung open the double doors, and he had gathered a bunch of people outside the doors, and they all cheered for us and clapped for us, and he introduced us as, for the first time, Mr. and
Mrs. Grumpy.
Mr. and Mrs. Frank Naco. And that was very touching to us. Very, very
Yeah, it
touching
was.
that he had done that. So it was nice. So we walked around Vegas that day, all dressed up, me carrying my flowers still, and went over to...
We went over to the pyramid.
Yeah.
What's the name of that place?
Yeah, I can't think of it
Luxor.
right. Yeah, the Luxor
Luxor.
Hotel. We had reservations for dinner that night there,
Right.
and a very nice restaurant they had. So we made our way over there, had a beautiful dinner.
It was very good. Seafood.
Yes, and they gave us some...
Free dessert.
Yes.
Hey, if you ever want free dessert, get married.
And it was really nice. And everywhere we went, people were congratulating us because we were dressed up and, you know, carrying flowers.
After the ceremony, we part of our package was pictures. So they took us outside the hotel and took a bunch of pictures.
Yes, on the steps of the Monte Carlo
Right.
Hotel and stuff. Yeah, so we have a nice little album of pictures of just the two of us. So all in all, it turned out to be
Yeah.
a really nice day and something very personal and no issues because our 4 kids were not there arguing.
That's right.
And
And they didn't get mad that we did that.
no, they didn't. They were probably happy they didn't have to buy tickets to fly to Vegas.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Because my guys would have had to fly from Rhode Island.
Knowing mine too, it's like,
Yeah. I have a feeling they didn't really care if they were there. But anyhow, this has turned into a really long story. I didn't want it to go this long, but that was our wedding. And very memorable. I'll never forget it. Will you, Grump?
No, how can I? I got married in Monte Carlo.
There you go. There you go. And that has been the running joke for 22 years. So can't be all that bad to have a Vegas wedding. And I always joke with him and say, well, if we ever get divorced, we're going back to Vegas to get divorced because it's quick. As quick as a wedding is, the divorce is as quick there too. But that's not going to happen, is it, honey?
No. No. Ow.
All right. I split my...
Oh, and for Carlita, I still want the bigger half, not the... Look, see, I know what she's going to give me.
Look at Carla. Guess what he's getting? The
Yeah.
small piece.
That's right. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks to you.
Ching ching.
Think.
Happy wedding.
Happy wedding. That's right.
All right, everybody. Thanks for listening to our long story about our wedding day. I hope you enjoyed it. And we've had many adventures. So, all righty. Until next time. Love yous. Bye.
Bye.